Barbecue Lounge is popping tonight as the Phoenix Suns defeat the Oklahoma City Thunder 113-101. As always, we are brought to you by the DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's #1 rated sportsbook. I'm Lindsey Smith. That's Saul Bookman. That's Espo. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, rate, review. You know all the things. Gentlemen, how you feeling on this Festivus with a Suns win in our pocket?
Hey, the way DA finished that game, hey, I'm feeling pretty good.
Exclamation point. Hey, it was a Buscemi. It was not pretty, but it got done, and there were pretty moments. I'll say that for the game.
I think everybody out here probably feels the same way we do. We just wanted this game to get over with. It's pre-Christmas Eve. It's Christmas Eve, we should say, I guess.
Pre-Christmas Eve.
It's like, you know what? Let's just wrap this baby up. Let's get ready for Christmas Day. Let's watch the Warriors and Suns. And
let's let our starters rest.
You know what I mean?
Just a little bit.
That didn't really work out.
Yeah, they got a whole day in between. They'll be fine. They're NBA players.
This is true. It was a little disappointing, though. I'm not going to lie. It was a legitimate, felt like game of runs at times. And I just, like, how do you go into the second quarter up a dozen to come back and let OKC score 31 points in the second quarter? Like, that's just too much to me.
I love that we live in a world where we can complain about 12-point wins, where Devin Booker scores 30, DeAndre Ayton has a double-double, and Cam Johnson shoots perfect from the field. And we're like, you know, it could have been better. They could have won by 31. Like, I love that we're here, and it's good because that means we are holding this team to a higher standard, a championship caliber, and you should take care of business when you're that big of a league.
Well, I think the reason why is because they're more than capable of playing better than this.
I mean, they're human, right? Like,
fair.
They just beat the Lakers, and say what you want to say about the Lakers, it's still the Lakers, and you still want to beat the crap out of them. And it was physical, and it was a lot of trash talking. And then you got the Warriors on Saturday, and sandwiched in between, like we were talking about earlier, is this boring-ass game that you really don't even want to play. Like, it's hard to get up for a game like this. We didn't even get up for a game like this. Like,
I still haven't.
We're just, I mean, you know, as soon as we sign off today, we're going to be like, oh, man, I'm glad that's over. You know what I mean? Like,
I suppose.
By the way, the Phoenix Suns are the best team in the NBA. Just had to remind everybody.
Why not? Let the people know. But listen, there were, even though we didn't love this up and down situation with the Thunder, there were some pretty solid performances tonight. Devin Booker had a night. Cam Johnson, that dunk by DeAndre Ayton at the end of the game, just the aggressiveness. There were some really nice moments in this one that we definitely should get into. But before we do that, shall we go to the bar?
Yes.
Let's go to the bar. The drink of the night is warm milk because this game was putting us to sleep and there were a bunch of babies on the Oklahoma City side. Not that they cried or whined a lot,
but
just they're all
children,
freaking young.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. That's funny.
Yeah, we're getting real clever with these drink of the games. Warm milk last night or the other night, prune juice. It's probably going to be eggnog on Christmas because why not? You know what I mean?
I will say this. Milk by itself, we talked about this earlier, not the greatest. Milk with cookies, fantastic.
Milk with cookies, depending on the cookie. If it's Oreo, it's a nice chocolate chip, you're good.
What other cookie?
Well,
like what cookie?
Some people
that?
dunk biscotti. Don't give me any of that crap.
Yeah,
because I don't think you would dunk like a sugar cookie in milk either.
I would hope
are you shaming biscotti dunking?
I am.
That's insane.
I am. I'm just. It's not an affront at my Italian heritage. It's just not a good cookie.
Somebody in this room once dated somebody that ate spaghetti with their milk.
Not like cereal, but it was a glass of milk and a bowl of spaghetti.
Oh, God.
I wasn't the one who drank the glass of milk and ate the spaghetti.
Lindsey,
okay?
I tried to keep you out of this. I said somebody in this room. I didn't even say you.
She outed herself.
Oh,
was that the same?
As if we couldn't have done the math.
So you're saying that Espo couldn't date
Espo said he's
anybody?
literally dated his wife his whole life, basically.
No,
Shane's behind the match.
Shane.
Hold on. Was this the same guy that on the first? No, you only went on one date with the first date hand holder while shifting the gears. So okay, not the
same.
That sounded like a euphemism.
God.
He literally was driving a car.
Were you here for that?
No.
No, I
Oh,
missed it.
yeah.
But he gave me
I
the cliff
filled him
notes.
in.
Lord have mercy. Okay, let's move on.
Can we just show that DeAndre Ayton play?
Yeah.
Saul almost jumped out of his seat and he scared Shane, which I don't think takes a lot, but that dunk is sick.
One more
CP3
time. One more time.
Roll it back.
Let's
CP3
go.
with that miss on the 3, and DeAndre Ayton stuffs it home.
Right about there, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander was like, bad move.
Career limiting decision here. It's what he felt like. And then DA, probably the most passion we've ever seen, pulls himself up on the rim and slaps the backboard. The best technical I think we've seen this team get all year, because it was fun to watch DA get fired up.
Gerald Bourget tweeted out, I don't want to hear about how DA doesn't show enough emotion anymore. Best tech of his career thus far.
He's just listening to the program, tweeting what I'm saying now, huh? Good to know.
I think everyone is in
Always
agreement
give
with
credit.
you,
Give me
because
credit.
Brendan Clean on Twitter said that may have been the most aggressive dunk of DA's entire career. I doubt he's too worried about getting the tag.
You know, I think we've seen a little chip on DA's shoulder this year. You know, it looks like, first of all, my man looks yoked this season, like more than last season. He looks like he's just not wanting to put up. And every now and then you get a little reminder of his, you know, he's a little soft, right? And it's like it comes all back to him. And he's like, no, like he missed a shot. It was a little bunny shot, missed it, got the rebound, and just yacked it down, and was like, okay, I'm done with that. You know, so I'm glad DA's, you know, showing a lot of angst out there.
He's saying, "Give me my money."
Yep.
Give me my money.
It just wasn't very aggressive, but I understood what you
It
were
was
saying.
so contradictory to what we were talking about. DA's like,
sorry,
"Give me my money."
That's better. Her Batman voice.
Oh my
Well,
goodness.
yeah, so DeAndre Ayton, he finished with 19 points. He had 12 rebounds contributing in there, as well as 2 blocks. He was a plus 17 tonight.
It was awesome.
Solid performance from the big man.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's only been a handful of games that haven't been solid performances from him this year. I mean, he just does this. Double doubles, getting dunks, taking care of business. I mean, he was even a little less efficient than he usually is tonight at 8 of 15, but it's still a great night. So
I mean, and he even got some trash ass calls on the defensive side called against him towards the end of the game. It didn't really matter because, you know, the game was in hand, but still, like, you saw DA say, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. And then what happened? The next time down the court, he acted. So
flushed that bad boy.
So 19 Smokey 92 in the chat said those 10 pounds DA lost was great for his body. Do you agree?
say that again.
The 10 pounds he lost when he had the flu was great for his body.
I still think that was all water weight and it's back. I don't think he was. There's not a lot of fat on DeAndre Ayton to lose. There's not a lot of anything there. Like, it was water weight that guy lost.
Yeah, I don't think that really mattered at all.
Do you think that DeAndre needs to put on weight, bulk up at all? Or
No,
do you
I
think
think
this is the perfect ideal scenario for him?
I think where DA is at right now, I think this is the perfect body composition that he has. I don't think he needs to get much bigger, because then you lose a little bit of agility and flexibility. And I think he's right there on the cusp of being too stiff versus being agile. And I think he's the perfect blend of strength, power, agility. He can guard on the perimeter. He can bang down low. I think what he's doing now is perfect.
Dude looks like an Adonis. What else do we want him to do with that body? He looks like a peak Dwight kind of body. He's got the muscle. I don't think there's much that he has to do to be in the right physical shape. It's the right mental shape, and we've seen him do that this year.
I think that his coordination has improved quite a bit. And I think that's what's affecting him on the offensive side of the ball. I think his coordination and making sure his feet are following his body and his dribbling when he's making moves, and he feels more and more comfortable with that. That's what I see from him, and that's why he's been a little bit more aggressive. He's been a little bit more sure of himself when he gets the ball, and his teammates, I think, can notice that as well. And hey, listen, when you're playing aggressive, you are more apt to get more opportunities out there, especially when you have a Chris Paul on your team that kind of demands that from you. So it's good to see that he's starting to get that way.
So follow-up question around the same position anyway. Amanda in the comments says, What happened to JaVale, man? ...
Yeah, he had a bad game.
So JaVale McGee finished with 2 points. He had 2 blocks and 4 rebounds. I did 17 minutes played. I do think JaVale probably was one of the bigger reasons here for this discrepancy, but the points in the paint, 48 for OKC, 34 for Phoenix. Considering the height, difference and what is it when you have the advantage for the Suns? Thank you. The height advantage. I feel like that number should have been flopped.
What's happened?
But JaVale just
What happens
seemed to
when you
have a
score
little
more
bit of an
points than
off
the other team?
night.
What's that called?
A
You
win?
mean a win? Oh, yes.
It's
yes.
victory, huh?
It's Christmas Eve. My brain is almost done. It's like, get to your home, wrap your presents, hang out, do the thing.
I mean, everybody has a bad game. JaVale's been, largely very productive this season, especially off the bench. And some teams you just don't either. For big men, there is a tendency to where sometimes you can just get lost in the game because you don't touch the ball every single time down the court, and you don't affect the ball because you don't touch it to affect it as much. So I think for big men, sometimes this can be a tendency. That's what we see from DA every now and then, and he just has a tendency to kind of disappear. But it's no big deal. Obviously, the Suns are such a good team that it doesn't really matter.
Well, and JaVale held it down big time for this team for a while there. So maybe just a little bit of that tiredness is catching up on him. He just had to have an off night.
He's 33. He's been in the league a long time, and he's a backup. He's bound to have an off night. This is just part of why he's your backup, not your starter, right? And when DA has a good game like this too, it's not like there's a glaring hole at center. They still had production out of that position, so it's all right. By the way, Manuel, thanks for the comment. DA body, the Walmart version of Espo's body. Some people like 6-packs, but everybody loves a keg. So
Heyo, there you go.
We're dwelling on the negative a little.
Yeah,
too much
let's go and name our draft king of the game.
The draft
Can
king
we
of
just
the king.
Yeah, I know. I was getting ready for it.
let her go home already?
Cam Johnson.
There we go. I'm not
He
allowed
had
to say
a
it. So.
Perfect
you're like,
shooting night
Cam.
tonight.
Damn.
He was 7 of 7 from the field, 5 of 5 from the 3-point line, finished with 21 points, 9 rebounds.
Why does he have that pouty face, though?
He also added in 2 steals and 2 blocks. I'm sorry, just 2 steals.
It's not a pouty face. It's a sassy king face.
That's the look that he's going. So you thought I couldn't shoot this year? And he's giving that eye to everybody that was criticizing him. All right.
Yeah, he's just letting the people know what was
Saul's
up.
not buying that. All right.
But a perfect shooting night from Cam Johnson. He has been doing amazing things these last couple games and doing what I think everyone wanted him to do and just come in and be a scorer off the bench. He's reached double figures for the 11th game in a row. And tonight he reached double figures in just 6 minutes. Within the first 6 minutes of him being on the floor, he had already had 10 points.
Cam, go ahead.
I was just going to say, yet another guy who gets hot and then doesn't touch the damn ball. They feed these guys sometimes. He was perfect for the freaking field.
They came down on a fast break, and EJ was just talking about how I guarantee on the next possession, Chris Paul will find Cam Johnson because he's on fire right now. And they had a 4-on-3 fast break. Both guys were on the wings, were wide open because they shot to the corners. The right side was Book. The left side was Cam. And for whatever reason, Chris Paul went to Book. Book shot the 3, missed it, but luckily he got it back, and then that's when he got the and one at the rim. But, I mean, you're right. I don't know why the tendency is to go away from the guys that are really hot on this team. Cam Johnson is everything that is good about this team. He knows his role. He performs it at a very high level. He's one of the best shooters on the team. And when he's hot, his hot is almost as hot as anybody else's hot. That's how good he is. He is I don't know if it's a Walmart version for the bad thing. What's like the
Saks Fifth Avenue.
Nordstrom.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right.
Bloomingdale's.
He's the Louis Vuitton version of Andrew Shamet because that guy can't throw a fucking rock in the ocean.
Not Louis Vuitton, though. Louis Vuitton.
Either one. Louis Vuitton.
All right.
They
Louis
both
Vuitton.
work. They both fall within that
I mean,
same
he doesn't
category.
have red bottoms out there, so we'll say Louis Vuitton.
He
We don't
tied
know. You see
his
the bottom?
career high for 3-point field goals tonight with 5. So He was really close to beating that. He also has now made 2 or more 3-point buckets in 14 consecutive games, which is currently the longest active streak in the NBA. Now, full transparency, he was tied with Steph Curry entering the game, and I don't know if that game has ended on their end yet, but I'm guessing Steph has made 2 or more threes in that game, so they're still tied.
He had a pass to Mikal Bridges.
That was pretty.
While he's shooting this well, he could have jacked it up, but he had a beautiful pass to Mikal for a dunk. I love the connection between those two guys. I wish they played more together, because there's moments like that where you go, that could be something special, a real special 2-man game between those guys.
Steph currently has 4 threes halfway through the third quarter.
Yep. So there you go. They are both still tied for the longest active streak in the NBA of 2 or more 3-point buckets made.
We got motherfucking gunshots going on behind me.
Really
has a car back.
I don't know what
Really
that
have a
was.
car backfired out there.
All right, y'all. We out.
So
We just sag down right here, so I'm not by the window.
Did you hear that?
I'm telling you,
No.
there's gunshots going on,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, it's
Really?
fireworks, probably.
I hope you're right.
I don't know. We'll just roll right through it and hope for the best. So
Lindsey got this brick wall behind her.
I'm
She's
good, y'all. I'm good.
Yeah, that thing ain't real brick, Lindsey.
I know I'm screwed. What the flip?
That's a terrible comment for right now.
Hold on. What the
happened?
flip wanted to know.
Oh, come on, bees, really? Cam Johnson is a certified sniper.
That's funny.
Yeah.
B's got dark humor like me. I appreciate it.
I miss Mesa praying.
Do not
So
besmirch
says
the
Jay,
good name
says
of
it's me
Mesa.
throwing rocks at the window.
This would never happen in Sun City.
Oh my god.
It would, just at like 4:00 in the afternoon.
Matthew says, I've never been so excited about the Suns' future. As long as we find a good successor to CP3 when he's done and keep this core, the team is going to be so good for so long. I think that's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
But I think we can say that Elfrid Payton, not that successor to CP3.
No.
Maybe not even the third point guard on this team by the time they make the playoffs. So
Yeah. It's I want to go back to Cam Johnson. Let's go back to Cam Johnson. So What the Flip had a question. They asked, do you think Cam will crack the starting rotation or not while Jay's here?
I don't think it happens while Jay's here.
I don't think it does either.
Jason was last year, or he has one more after this?
He signed for 3, so
So he has one more year after this. I don't know. It just depends on the performance of Jay. Jay dictates this. Jay provides a lot off the in the starting lineup. He's got a little machismo about him. He's a solid veteran. I would say this year, absolutely not. Next year, who knows?
Yeah, I mean it's tough to take him out of the starting lineup with just that extra attitude he brings in the defense. I mean, he had that block tonight that was next level, where he actually was behind the guy and blocked him on the 3. Like, I don't think you're prepared to lose that. Plus, you need Cam's offense on the bench too. So.
Yes, exactly. We'll get back to this, but let's check in with Gerald real quick from the Footprint Center. Gerald, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you guys?
Gerald, they are shooting at us in the studio right now. We have gunshots going off in the background. I don't know what's going on.
Manuel says Sticks finally went postal. Run, Espo.
Oh my gosh, no. This is
We're
terrible.
off the rails,
Come
Gerald.
on now.
Save us,
Come on
please.
now.
Tell us what Monty said.
Yeah, I mean, I think he said the third quarter run was the biggest thing for them. That was kind of what changed the game. And he liked to see that after the second quarter that they had, where they went from being up by double digits to being down at halftime. The thing for him was that he was saying, like, the way that they demand that their players play is pretty taxing, and it takes a lot to sustain that type of energy through a full 48 minutes. So I don't think he was too upset about, letting the Thunder back into the game. It was more about the way that they responded in his book, the way that Devin Booker went off, the way that Cam Johnson was perfect tonight, just the way that they bounced back in that third quarter and put some momentum together.
Yeah, what did you feel about Cam's performance? Obviously a great performance, but love to hear what Monty thought.
Yeah, he reiterated something that he said a lot, and it's basically that we view Cam Johnson as a huge luxury because we do view him as a starter in this league. He could start on multiple other teams if he played for them, but you know, to have him coming off the bench, that's a huge luxury for the Suns. I don't see him moving into the starting lineup anytime soon, so I don't want people to take that quote out of context, but they do view him as a starter. They value him and what he brings to that second unit, what he brings on both ends of the floor. It's not just the scoring punch. You know, he also had 9 rebounds tonight. He's a very underrated defender. Monty said that multiple times. So Cam Johnson does bring a lot, and he's a good fit with that second unit. So they're very high on what he brings to the table.
What do you think about how this team can just turn it on and turn it off seemingly at will, especially against a team like OKC? Tonight it just seemed like, you know, that second quarter, they wanted to go home. They wanted to go to sleep. They didn't care. Maybe they drank some milk during the intermission, but
they had a real Lindsey attitude towards
yeah, they
game.
were like, man, fuck this. I don't want to be here. You know what I mean? But hey, they bounced back like she's going to. And it just seems like that's what they do.
Yeah, no, they definitely had that stretch in the third quarter that was just kind of like, we're better than you. We know it. We're going to flip the switch. We're going to turn it on. And for some of these teams that they're playing, that's enough. Honestly, like, I hate to say it, but the Suns are one of those talented teams that can flip the switch. It's not a great habit to get in, but like they bring it, they get up for the really good teams. The Thunder are not a really good team, and it's hard to get up for some of these games in, like, you know, mid-December, especially when you got the Warriors looming on Christmas Day. Like, that's a huge game. So I don't fault them too much for that. I think that when you're that good of a team, you kind of just are – they're at the point where I feel like they're just stacking up wins and they're kind of breezing through the regular season. That might catch them sleeping a couple of nights, but honestly, I feel like the way that this team is playing, as long as they stay healthy, like, they can just turn it on and they bring it for the good team. So I wouldn't worry too much about the switch flipping in a game like this.
I think I've had enough meter is almost, you know, starting to run full on Landry Shamet. Should it be full or not?
No, it shouldn't be full. I think he has some good games. He has some bad games. You know, there was a stretch a couple weeks ago where he put together some good games right when Book came back. I think he was kind of being asked to do more than he's capable of doing when he filled in as the starter. That's just not really what he's best at. But, you know, in a bench role, he's fine. He's shot the ball really well from 3 this year. Not great from 2, but he'll be okay. I think if DA had gotten his contract extension as well as Shamet, we wouldn't be worrying about Shamet as much as we are.
Mm-hmm. All right. I want to know, was it hard for you not to let out a little bit of a cheer when DA slammed that ball back into the hoop at the end of the game?
I mean, you could ask Kellen. I looked over to him like, oh, okay, so it's like that. Like, because not only did he come in, like, the dunk itself was enough. The way that he's dunking with force now has been incredible this season. But, you know, hanging on the rim and slapping the rim, like, that man was on a mission. And I think Monty said after the game, he had told him, because DA had missed a couple of bunnies, a couple of shots around the basket, he told him, go up to the rim and tear the rim off. And then he laughed after the game and he was like, yeah, and then he went and did it. So, I mean, that was really impressive. I mean, that got the crowd pretty loud for a blowout, you know, in the last minute of the game or whatever it was.
By the way, Gerald, I'm fascinated by the guy on the 16-foot ladder behind you right now. Extra entertainment.
Yeah. Oh, man, please don't fall. Please don't fall.
He's putting in work.
Oh, my gosh.
Anything else that stood out to you tonight, Gerald, that you'd like to bring up?
Not really. I think the biggest thing for me is the Suns have now won 20 straight games with Devin Booker. They've won 15 straight at home. They are 21-0 on the season when they hold a lead heading into the fourth quarter, and they've quietly won 5 straight games. So a lot of cool stuff heading into this Warriors Christmas Day game.
Oh, shit. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
That's mean. That's mean.
Gerald, if we don't see you before then, before Saturday, I won't see you. Have a Merry Christmas, buddy.
Thank you, guys. You guys all have a Merry Christmas as well, and everybody
Gerald.
in the chat, too.
Bye, Gerald.
Bye, Gerald. Bye, Pete Davidson.
Oh, my God. That was mean.
What would you do if he fell, though? Like, oh, my God, everybody would have freaked out.
Terrible.
We had the most viral moment we've ever had on this show.
Shout out to Elon Musk for the super chats. He said, Lindsey, put down the milk. you're lactose intolerant. I am not. Thank heavens. It would be such a sad life if I was lactose intolerant.
I was a little worried that we had some stalker in the chat, that Elon just unveiled himself as a guy who knows too much about Lindsey Smith. But no, that's not the case.
That would be a sad, sad day. But going back to Cam Johnson.
I would freak out if Elon was like, hey, I didn't put milk in my spaghetti, though. Like, what?
Oh, my gosh.
That would throw me. I would do that, too. I 100% would have been like, wait, hold on.
Wait, what?
Hold on.
Jimmy, is that you?
Brian being a little cruel here in the chat, saying Cam Johnson equals Fashion Square, Sticks equals Arizona Mills, and Landry Shaman equals Fiesta Mall. Landry Shaman ain't so broken that it's shut down. That's Sticks right now.
Yeah, Sticks is like Christown.
Demolished?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at least the Target's still there. That's one positive. Anyway, back to Cam Johnson. I agree with you guys and Monty as well. I just feel like Cam Johnson on the bench does so much more for this team offensively than having Jay on the bench.
Yeah,
and
right
I
now.
also agree with you guys that Jay's like toughness in the starting lineup does a lot more for this team than it would if it was moved to the bench unit.
Yeah, I think especially right now is that's the case. The way this team's
Alfred
constructed.
Payton is Metro Center. There you go.
No, I think Sticks is big and useless. I mean, that's Metro Center right now.
I mean,
Metro Center is about to get a huge facelift, like a couple $1 billion, I think.
Yeah,
they're
ain't nothing
throwing
saving
away.
Sticks and
Putting
Alfred
houses.
Payton. I know that. Go ahead. Anyway.
So yeah, I think Cam is in the right spot on the as the bench scorer right now. In the future, I think he slides nicely into that power forward spot for you. But at this point, I think you don't mess with things. It's going so well that there's no point in trying to move him to the starting lineup. I don't know what's going on in the chat.
No.
Manuel is catching on. He said, "I love how the Lindsey cam goes in when she has an awkward moment."
That's why it's there.
It's because you guys are a bunch of bullies.
Well, I was actually laughing because my guy's got the mic up in his face like this the whole time.
That's for everybody's benefit. You used to lecture me on eat the mic, so I'm trying to do that.
So I can't
literally and figuratively.
Yeah. Eat the mic.
19 Smokey 92 in the chat said Cam Johnson joining Steve Nash and TJ Warren as the only Suns to score 20 or more points on 100% shooting. I don't know. I haven't been able to verify that stat, but thank you for sharing it. If that is a stat, that's amazing for Cam.
It's true now.
Yeah, it's true now. We're going to make it true
You-
even if it's not. I love that for him.
You put yourself in the chat.
Yeah, he's talking back to Manuel. I said, you guys are bullies.
We're bullies?
Yeah.
For what?
For awkward. Well, because
if you're listening on the pod, this is one that you should go find
Yeah,
the
you
YouTube
should.
video and check out Lindsey Cam. It's worth it.
See ISO cam on Lindsey today.
I'm feeling real awkward with this camera on me today.
We have a stream that's just the Lindsey Cam
That's
going
it.
on right
That's
now.
it.
Lord have mercy.
It's like the Peyton simulcast, except I'm the color guy.
It's just Shane making jokes on Lindsey Cam. Great.
Hi, vey. All right, we're going to take a quick break because it's Christmas week and the DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, has a gift that'll certainly put you in the holiday spirit. So new customers who download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and sign up using the code PHNX can bet just $5 on any NBA team to win $150 in free bets if they are victorious. It's a great way to put some extra jingle in your pocket. And right now, all DraftKings Sportsbook customers can also get in the Christmas spirit with the holiday free bet surprise. So everyone will get a free bet up to $50 instantly as DraftKings gives away up to $10 million in prizes. So if you haven't downloaded that DraftKings Sportsbook app, do it right now. Use the code PHNX. Bet $5 to win $150 in free bets if the NBA team you bet on is victorious. That's 21 and older only, Arizona only. Gambling problem, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. New customers only. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. I'm literally over here rolling my eyes at Saul because I don't know what you're laughing at.
McBlue said, blink twice into the Lindsey cam if you need us to save you.
Elon going full on creepy. When are we getting the Lindsey ASMR
God.
kit?
Oh, no.
Never, but you'll get one from me.
Dude, those are so
Yeah.
popular right now,
Shane
too.
will absolutely rub his mustache all over the mic if you want him to.
For a annual membership, we will get you the Shane ASMR kit.
Yeah, you can have a Shane ASMR cam for sure. For sure.
Most of it's just tears when he loses his pets. It's uncontrollable sobbing. So say Jay, deviants.
Did you guys see that DA got his own NFT tonight?
I did.
Yeah.
It's for a great cause, but I think it's creepy.
I
like
think
it.
it's cute.
It's
I
a
like
gummy
it.
bear. It's supposed to be a gummy bear.
Yeah, the gummy bear ballers, I think, is what they're calling it. And I think they're making 6,900 of them for different people, celebrities, athletes. DeAndre and got himself one.
That's pretty dope.
And
I like it. And I like
yeah.
the Bahamian flag in the back.
Mm-hmm. As when you said this is for mental health
I
awareness,
believe
right?
that's the cause that they promote with this, and they do these NFTs with multiple different celebrities. I think it was 27 NBA players that they came to an agreement with to do this. So
Yeah, I think it's really cool. So basically, these were created, the artist created these for these celebrities and athletes and people, and they get to decide what they want to do with it. They can keep it, they can gift it to somebody, they can auction it off for charity.
I love the idea of some guy going, I'm keeping all 6,900 of my gummy bear NFTs. None of you can have them.
They're all mine. I believe the company that created them has already been able to donate more than $45,000 to charities focused on mental health. So
That's great.
they're doing really cool things. The I don't know who they're called, the Baller Collection, and they're customized Happy Land gummy bear NFTs. So I'm not exactly sure if Happy Land
Happy
Gummy
Land
Bears
Gummy
is
Bears.
the
Correct.
artist, but they're really cool. And I know JaVale McGee is big into NFTs, so we'll see if this launches DA's interest into that space as well.
We'll see. We'll see.
I still don't understand non-fungible tokens, but
Same.
we will be doing a Saul Bookman NFT and a Shane mustache one.
Awesome. It'll be
all
worth
the
nothing.
All the funds go to me. So
I feel like you could definitely make some money off of a mustache NFT.
if you want a Shane Diefenbach NFT, drop 50 in the super chat and we'll see what we can do.
Oh my gosh. All right, guys, before we move on to our holiday segment, is there anything else about tonight's game that you would like to touch on?
Nope. Let's wrap it up. Let's move on.
It's gotten weird
Saul
enough.
is ready for
On to the
Christmas.
next one.
It's time to start Christmas, baby. Let's go.
All right. Who on this Suns team,
I'm
coaches
excited about this.
included,
I'm excited about this.
would be the best gift giver? Who would give the best Christmas gifts on this
Are
team?
we going to do worst?
Yeah.
Okay.
Worst will be next. So
All right.
we're going to do best first. And in the chat, guys, weigh in. Who do you think would be the best and worst gift givers on this team?
I think DeAndre Ayton would be the best gift giver because you got to go with somebody young who doesn't understand like how much like you should be like thrifty about your money. You just want to just throw it around.
Okay, but all of them
spend
are
it.
multimillionaires. They're all going to just
but the
throw it
older
around.
you get, the smarter you get with your money. And
Yeah,
that's
That's not necessarily true. I'm pushing
Well.
40 and that ain't working.
so yeah. What, are you serious? Come on, man. You're like one of the best people with your money I know. Yeah. So DA would probably, he'd probably get you something really cool.
He could give you a chain. He can
Probably get you a big ass chain.
Yeah.
What?
My mama gave me that chain.
What do you think, Espo?
I don't see DA giving good gifts.
No?
I feel like he's handing out those NFTs going, hey, it's a DeAndre Ayton NFT. Merry
No,
Christmas.
no.
I
think he wouldn't know what to get you, so he would just be like, "Well, I'll just get you something generic, like a PS5 or an Xbox." Cool.
Yeah, like they don't already have like 6 of those.
Exactly.
Who would give the best gifts on this team? Jay Crowder.
You think so?
Oh, he's been giving us all that cash, so
I mean, fair.
no. I honestly,
Jay Crowder would give you a crew neck, and you wouldn't know what the fuck to do with it.
That's
It's
just
true.
mean.
Wear it.
It's true. Did you?
Espo would fucking rock a crew
He's like,
neck.
I got you this medium crew neck shirt. Here you go.
Wear
And
it.
he's like, oh,
I think Devin Booker would give the best.
I
gifts.
think I'm absolutely with you. Devin would be the best gift giver on this team. Devin has, I mean, they all got lots of money, but Devin's got a lot of money. And Devin, I think, has like a really cool style and aesthetic to himself that he would want his gifts to have the same feeling and vibes. So he would bring some sort of cool retro thing to your life. I don't know. I just think Devin would have the best gifts.
I think
for sure.
Mikhail would have the funniest gifts. I think he could get you a good gag gift, something that like is true to you, but is like ridiculous, that makes you laugh, or is tied to some inside joke.
Yeah.
I think you know who should give the best gifts and should be damn thankful? Landry Shamet should be giving some nice gifts. Thank you for this $44 million that you handed me. I'm going to pay some back by giving you all nice gifts.
All right, who would give the worst gifts?
Oh, I know who would give it the worst gifts.
Who would?
CP3.
You think?
CP3 would probably frame $1 and say, hey, if you really know what to do with it, you'll be a millionaire.
Oh my God, I low-key could see him do
You know what I mean? That's what CP3 would do. And I would be like, man, fuck you.
I feel like he'd be
That's
giving you like the Cliff
funny.
Paul sweater. Like he'd be like, here, I got a bunch of these. You can have this. I don't. The worst. I don't. Who would? Thinking through this roster, I don't think Frank Kaminsky is giving good gifts. I like Frank, but he's probably giving you some hoodie you really don't want to wear.
Why? He has a bunch of cool hoodies.
I don't see him giving a good gift.
Hoodie with the sleeves cut off.
What is Bill Belichick? That ain't happening.
Okay, so I feel like the chat might be mad at me because there's already people here who are like, Monty would be the best gift giver because it would be thoughtful and all these things. And I agree that it would be very thoughtful and meaningful, but I think he might go a little too far with the thoughtfulness and meaningfulness to where it becomes
How do
something.
you go too far with thoughtfulness?
Explain, expand, Lindsay.
Well, no, like if you were to get somebody something thoughtful, but they might not use or that they wouldn't really want in real life. Like, okay, some examples could be like, you know how the picture frame that you set up for your parents that already has pictures loaded onto it? And it's in theory, yeah, it's a cute gift, but then it's like, does this even go with my house? Do I really want this? Like,
I literally,
you know what I mean? Like it's thoughtful, but it's like, I don't know.
I love you, Anne. She's like a mother to me. I literally got that gift yesterday.
I almost gave that to Petey and just put a bunch of pictures of myself.
I love it. I'm going to use it in the house. But I see where you're going with this. I mean, I get it. I could see that from Monty. Monty would be like, hey, you know, here's a bag of sand from that time when we were in the bubble in Florida. Here you go. Oh, what? Okay, cool, coach. What the fuck am I supposed to do with
Like
this?
it's super sentimental and it's meaningful, and the words that he tells you when he gives you the gift or writes it in the card are like amazing. But you're also kind of like, I don't really know what to do with this.
Monty is giving you like a brick or a slab of stone that says everything you want is on the other side of hard. And it's like one of those, you think about it, you're like, oh, it's like a metaphor kind of thing that I have nowhere to put. You know, like
that sounds really nice. You guys are dicks.
Okay, what's the worst gift you guys have ever got?
Ooh.
I would have to think about this one.
Ooh.
The picture
Not
frame.
that long. That was a real story. Somebody watching
That's
is
the
very
worst gift that you've ever gotten, man. You've lived a pretty good life.
I mean, most of the people in my life have done a really good job. I do get a lot of thoughtful gifts, and I appreciate all of them. It's just sometimes I just feel like there's certain gifts where you're like, I don't know if you know anything about
Brian
me,
with an Espo answer.
Life was the worst gift.
My mom.
MCG Blue, you're my guy. Thank you. He understands.
My mom was the worst gift giver in the world, and also the worst birthday celebrator in the world.
Really?
Every mother effing year, I'd be like, Mom, it's my birthday, and she'd ask me what cake I would like. I said anything but German chocolate cake.
And then you'd get German chocolate
And I would
cake.
get German chocolate cake for like 5 straight years. in true story, this is how I became an Arizona fan. For those of you who don't know, the reason why I became an Arizona fan is because we walked into Walmart when I was like 9. It was freezing us. I used to live in Prescott, and there was 2 racks, Arizona, ASU jackets, and all my friends were ASU fans. And I was like, oh, I want an ASU jacket. And for Christmas Day, I got an Arizona jacket, and I hated her at the time. But it was freezing ass cold, so I had to wear it to school because I didn't want to freeze my ass off. And I got there, and everybody turned on me, and they're like, "Oh, you're a fake fan. You weren't really an ASU fan." And from that day on, I was like, you know what? I am an Arizona fan. Fuck you guys. So thanks, Mom.
What about you, Espo?
Never gotten a bad gift.
No?
No. Every
yeah.
gift that somebody gives me is a
Challenge
piece of
accepted.
them, and it's nice to be remembered.
Did you say that into the microphone?
Mostly,
You
most
should've.
people don't like me, so I don't get many gifts, is what I'm saying. So tough to get bad ones. Somebody in the chat, and forgive me, I don't know who, said, which one of the 3 of us would be the best
That
and
was
the worst
so
gift
says
giver?
Jay. He said, yeah. I think I would.
You'd be the best gift giver?
Yeah.
You did give us the gift of, hey, I'm on the cover of a book, and we turned that into some fun. That's true.
I'm still waiting for my autograph.
It's right next
Well, I
to
wanted
her.
to be thoughtful about what I wrote in
I
it.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
I don't know. I think I would just because I'm not trying to be mean. I feel like I would have at least bought your gift. Like, I would put more time into it. I feel like you guys would go to the mall and you'd be like, that's Lindsey, I'm getting it. And I would be like, what exactly is perfect for Saul?
But that's the
what exactly is
But
perfect
that's the
for
epitome
Espo?
of guys and girls, though. That's not just
Yeah,
a
so
you
that's
versus.
why I feel like
But
I would be the
like
better
I could go
gift
to the
giver, 'cause
gas
you're both
station and find.
guys.
I could go to the gas station and find you like a nice holiday greeting card and was sentimental, and then you could go to like the store, the Hallmark store, and find a card, and I could get it and be like, oh, this is nice, and then you could get it and you might just cry and be like, oh my god, this is so beautiful. Like what? Like it's the same thing because we got it the same.
I think you guys are underestimating my ability to give gifts. I worked for 7 years at a Hallmark store, so I understand
gosh.
the intricacies of gift giving. I helped people give many a gift in a panic. And by the way, Lindsey, I see
I love my socks.
You're wearing
Espo-
socks
Espo
I
got
actually
me
bought
socks
you.
As he was
a
my secret Santa. I love these socks. You did a good job with the socks.
Yeah.
Oh, you were her secret.
Yeah.
Santa?
Yeah.
You got her socks.
She's
Yeah.
wearing
I'm
them,
wearing
right, now
them right now.
as she rips
I love
on
these socks.
gift giving.
I'm not
ability.
saying you guys would be bad. I'm just saying I think I would be a little better.
Oh,
That's
I
all.
think if you asked my wife, she would say I was one of the best gift givers she's ever had. Because I'm awesome like that.
I don't know. You did marry her, so maybe she's backtracking on that now, right?
No, that's the reason why.
You gave me the gift of being a bookman.
I am
It's
being
the greatest thing
horribly
ever.
slept on.
Shane, your gift.
Actually, Shane's gift today was pretty epic. Let's not be real. If you haven't seen the
Funny.
Coyote Show, Shane gave Petey a picture of himself in a top hat, and then he gave him a hat that said, "What does it say again?" I always forget what it said.
Positive energy.
Positive energy.
Positive
And then he
energy.
gave my man Petey some edibles. Champ.
Funny
Champ.
gift. Look, I gave you a bottle of scotch and I bought you dinner.
Well, I didn't even get to drink the bottle
I
of
know, well,
scotch
that's
because
not
our
fault.
butthead friends on the Cardinals show drank it all.
I'll get you another bottle of scotch. Just for you. And an Anthony Hardaway autograph.
You did give me a
that's it. See? There you go.
And he bought me lunch today. So.
Manuel in the chat said Lindsey giving out her book is the equivalent of your broke SoundCloud rapper cousin giving you his mixtape. That comment is so perfect.
It's true.
But
It's
I
true.
didn't give it to them. They bought it themselves.
Yeah, I bought it. I wanted her to sign something in that. That's all I care about.
I bought it for your entertainment on the viewing.
It will sit
on
on
the
my
show.
mantle forever.
Yeah, where's our? I thought you were going to bring the Emmys in and give Saul and I each one as a Christmas gift here on this episode.
If I had 3, I would gladly give them.
Oh, okay. Then we
But I
got to
just-
win.
I just need to get one more, and then you guys can have the other 2.
We
That's
gotta
all.
win you a
working,
third.
We're working on that right now.
Well, this is a classic. This one should
Yeah, this is
get
what we're
you an
submitting
Emmy.
right to the Emmy committee.
Heyo.
just the Lindsey cam, none of the other stuff. Though.
Brian says Lindsey's sneaky disses are the gift that keeps on giving.
It's true.
Fair. You know,
I
I
live
just
for
got to
those.
keep up with you guys sometimes. Just got to keep up as much
Oh,
as I can here.
You were like that DA dunk. You don't see it coming, and somebody dies at the end of it. Like you snatch a soul. All right.
But it only happens every once in a while.
Exactly.
Just like that DA
Yeah,
dunk.
the chat wants you to do that more, just like they want DA to ferociously dunk more.
All right, guys. Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
Happy Festivus.
That was fun.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. We will see you guys on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
The Phoenix Suns and the Warriors going head to head here in Phoenix. We'll be holding it down for you. We will not have a pregame show that day because we just want to be able to have a little bit more time in the morning with our families. But we will have a post-game show, so plan to come hang out with us then.
Yeah,
And then you can come hang out with us at the Cardinals game because that's where I'll be.
Mhm.
Yeah, ditch the crappy family. Come hang out with Lindsey and I after the game. Like that, you deserve time to yourself.
You know,
on
sometimes you just
Christmas.
need to sneak away for 30 minutes to an hour just to decompress a little bit, and then you go back in for round 2. So pencil that in for right after the Suns game with us here at PHNX.
Get drunk at Christmas dinner. Come hang out with us.
So says Jay. Can't wait to ditch my family for you guys.
He gets it. You get it, so says Jay. Well, until then, you can follow me on Twitter at Lindsey Smith AZ. You can follow Saul on Twitter at Saul_Bookman. You can follow Espo on Twitter at Espo. And you can follow the show on Twitter at PHNX_Suns. Espo?
Merry Christmas.
Ahoy hoy.